Alright sir, pero dun sa naging petition ho ninyo, no, maaari nyo ho bang ipaliwanag paano ho naging labag yung fourth impeachment complaint sa one-year bar rule sa ilalim ho ng konstitusyon?
Well, sa akin pong pagkaalala no, when we drafted the petition, while I was watching the TV as the events, transpired, nakikita ko morning pa lang, 'di ba, may sudden may sudden call for a caucus ata yung term nila sa House of Representatives. And then yung iba in interview, hindi nila alam ano yung subject matter nun, and then all of a sudden pagkahapon meron na include na in the agenda sa House of Representatives, and may complaint na sila at i-final na kaagad sa Senate. So I was thinking as law dean, parang mali man ito eh. How can you prepare an impeachment complaint in a blitzkrieg fashion without really studying the nitty-gritty of the complaint, without understanding the contents thereof, without assessing the attachments thereof? Sa tingin ko kagad, this violates the verification requirement under the House Rules of Procedure of the House of Representatives and the requirement under Article 11, Section 3 of the 1987 Constitution. Binasa ko, although wala talagang jurisprudence on the matter kasi iba yung sa Francisco versus House of Representatives and in Gutierrez versus House of Representatives and in Corona, sabi ko may mali ito. So, I instructed my associates in the firm, tsaka marami din kasi akong mga professors of law sa JMC Law School, to study, and then pagkahapon nun, I decided we will file a complaint. So, yun na ang nangyari. We just acted right away, and we filed the complaint based on, principally on three grounds. It violated the one-year bar rule. It violated the due process clause of the 1987 Constitution. Tsaka, it violated the fairness doctrine. Kasi may mga grounds doon na hindi man lang pinagbigyan si VP Sara to explain her side, and then all of a sudden you have an impeachment complaint. Sa tingin ko noon, it violated the immortal cry of strike, but hear me first. Kailangan pagbigyan mo yung tao ng side din niya bago mo siya ihabla, especially when it comes to a high official, a vice president voted by 32 million people, and you will put her position at risk simply because 1/3 of the congressmen whom we voted believe that she should be impeached, and this is done in a blitzkrieg fast fashion without giving her the chance to explain. So yun ang nagiging basihanan po namin nung panahon na yun. And sa lahat po na punto na yun, sa awa ni Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Supreme Court sided with us.
Alright sir, naglabas din ho yung Korte Suprema ng due process requirements para sa impeachment proceedings. Ngayon ho may mga nagsasabi ho na medyo stretch daw ho at medyo parang naging micromanager ang Korte Suprema. Ano ho ang reaction nyo ho dito?
Well, that is the opinion of some quarters. No? May nagsasabi nga na Duterte Court daw ito. Pero this is the same Supreme Court which denied the TRO of the petition that I filed to prevent the delivery of PRRD to the Hague, Netherlands. If you remember, I rushed the filing of the petition for certiorari prohibition to halt the kidnapping of PRRD. Pero na-deny yung TRO ko, and para sa bayan yun, at saka klaro yung grounds ko doon kasi maski Article 59 hindi na follow, he was not brought to the nearest competent judicial authority. Grabe yung ground ko, but the Supreme Court denied it. This is the same court. This is likewise the same Supreme Court which has yet to act on the petition for mandamus for the implementation of Section 31 of RA 9369. Ano yun? Yung manual counting dapat doon sa precinct level. At kaya nagkaletse-letse yung resulta natin. Ang daming nagprotesta. We filed that complaint ahead of the elections, requested for our TRO kasi klaro naman sa batas na kailangan sa precinct level manual counting para maiwasan yung malwares, maiwasan yung mga what you call this hacking. Pero the Supreme Court has yet to act on it. Maybe the Supreme Court has yet to study on it. Hindi kayo nakarinig ng masamang comment galing kay Attorney Dean Torion. Because why? Because I have been trained to respect the highest court of the land. And this is the only highest court that we have in our country. And we should learn from whatever political sides we are, we should learn to respect it.
Ito naman sinabi ng House of Representatives na ang pag-initiate sa impeachment ng isang opisyal ay kanilang tungkulin at ang judicial interference o panghihimasok ng Korte Suprema ay maaaring pahinain ang prinsipyo ng checks and balances. Ano yung masabi niyo sa reaksyon na ito ng House of Representatives?
Well, I respect their opinion, but I think they are the ones who crafted their own rules of procedure. They should revisit their own rules of procedure. And even their own rules of procedure provide that the respondent should be given the chance to explain. And as a matter of fact, even yung maski may 1/3 vote ka, kailangan pa nga sana yan magpunta doon sa kanilang Committee on Justice. Pero doon, well, let's not discuss about it. But the fact remains is that under Article 8, Section 1 of the 1987 Constitution, we all know, we are all readers of the Constitution. The Supreme Court is granted the judicial power not only to settle actual disputes, plus a very important power. And that is the expanded concept of certiorari, which is the power to correct, to check on the other branches of the government whether or not there is grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. So this expanded concept of certiorari has granted the Supreme Court to really see to it whether or not the allocated powers upon the House of Representatives in filing the impeachment complaint is within the parameters set by the Constitution. The Supreme Court is granted that power, no? And such has been the ruling in Corona case. Such has been the ruling in Francisco versus House of Representatives. Such has been the ruling in Gutierrez versus House of Representatives. So, alam na natin yan na may power talaga ang Supreme Court na yan. At saka mga lawyers na nagsasabi niyan, alam na nandyan yan sa mga Supreme Court. 2003 pa yung desisyon na isa na dyan. Oo. So, kumbaga, alam nila yan, and I know that deep in their hearts, the Supreme Court is just doing its job.